Mental health and well-being are two of the most commonly heard phrases at the moment, but this doesn't just apply to adults. There are some heartbreaking statistics that show the number of children who are being diagnosed with things like anxiety and depression is on the increase at a time in their lives when they should be stressless, having lots of fun and essentially being carefree. One big change in recent years has been the amount of time children are spending being active. This is leading to children becoming weaker and less fit. 1 in 3 children are now classed as being not active enough, which again is a shocking statistic. It gets worse because as children get older, they actually become less active. So a child in year 1 will be more active than a child in year 6, which is strange because when we were children, the older you got, the more time you were allowed to spend outside playing football or doing whatever you wanted to do. So this is quite scary, and it's a problem that again is on the rise. So how can speed training help? Speed training is something we set up about 3 years ago now, and it was all around this problem. So getting children more active, whether or not they play sport now, or whether or not they're a competitive sporting player. This training is for everybody, and it essentially helps children move more, move better, move more efficiently. The UK's Chief Medical Officer recommends 1 hour at least of moderate to vigorous activity for children, and it should leave them sweaty and out of breath. And we can guarantee that this training definitely sports. Do they really need speed training as well? And the answer is yes, more so than ever. Good movement is the key to all physical activity and sport. It's not just an add-on. So it will help your child improve in other sports, whether that be football, tennis, rugby, basketball. If they can move better and move at speed, it's really going to help them improve in those other sports as well. And you'll find that now, looking at the professional level, everybody is quicker, they move better, and this really helps children get those foundational things in place now, so then when they do get older, they're at an advantage. Nick Cox is a academy manager of Sheffield United. He's actually now working with Manchester United, and he believes an emphasis on things like agility, balance, and speed work is essential at the primary school age, because if that can be mastered, it means that they can effectively learn other sports and become better at those other sports. So the question is, how does this help well-being? Quite simply, the better that we move, the better self-esteem we have overall and the better confidence you have. So studies show that how you rate yourself physically has the biggest impact on how you feel overall. And you think about it as an adult, when you go to the gym regularly, when you're eating better, when you look and feel better, you actually have more confidence. And the same is with children as well. Nick Bishop, who is the co-founder of FootTech, is also a part-time primary school teacher. And one interesting thing that he saw in his children, or sees in his children, is that the sportier children, even when they've got a hard academic test, they will try. So they'll be the first ones to put their hand up and give it a go, because they have that natural confidence as a result of doing a lot of sport. Whereas the children he knows who he knows know the answer and academically are very strong, but perhaps don't do so much sport, they're the ones that sometimes shy away because they're afraid to put their hand up, they're afraid to put themselves out there a little bit, and that comes down to the confidence side of things. So better movement does lead to better well-being, and it's not just looking at sports performance with this for children, it's looking at elsewhere, and the classroom in particular is one area that we've seen things like better movement, better physical activity will really help. So we've learnt a lot doing this training in the last 3 years, and we've also learnt a lot from speaking to parents as well, and the physical benefits are there for all to see. We look at the children that do our speed training and our football sessions, and you can tell them apart massively from the other children. They just move a little bit quicker, they react a little bit sooner. But I think the best thing that we've heard with this training is what parents say to us and the massive increase in confidence that they've seen in their children as a result of coming to this particular training. That's the buzz that we get out of it. We absolutely love coaching this session, but to hear the things that parents are saying to us is brilliant. But the kids love it too. And going back to when we were children, one of the best things ever was just running, was just racing against your friends or things like that. And that's part of what we do here. And we've got children that play other sports that are now excelling in those other sports. But then equally, we've got a little boy, for example, who came down doesn't do any sport. He's more interested in drama and dance and things like that, but wants to be able to join in with his friends from time to time who do like sport. And he's now able to do that because he feels more confident in his own ability physically. And that's as important as anything. So it's brilliant to look at both ends. You've got these sporty children to help them with their teams and so forth, but equally the children that just want to join in and become that little bit more confident. So that's all from me on this. And if you do have any questions, please drop us a comment or email us, call us, wherever you'd like. But we'd love to see you down there. Come and check it out and see what you think for yourself.